So what if the internet, as we know it, is about to become, well, obsolete? I'm not talking about a faster version or a new app. I mean a fundamentally different internet. One built not for you and me, but for the trillions, yes, trillions of AI agents that are about to start running our economy. This is about the race to build the infrastructure that will literally define our future. Okay, let's just jump right into it with this massive prediction from venture capitalist Vinod Khosla. Now listen closely. He's not saying AI will be a tool we use to do 80% of the work. He's saying autonomous AI agents will be the primary actors doing the work. This isn't some far-off sci-fi concept. It's a strategic forecast for a world that's just a handful of years away. Welcome to the agentic economy. And if you're thinking, okay, that's still a few years out, you need to see this number. 51%. Right now, today, over half of all internet traffic is already automated bots and agents. That's more machines talking to machines than people talking to people. The agent economy isn't coming, it's already here, kind of hiding in plain sight. But that brings us to the absolute core of the problem. You see, the digital world we all live in, the one you're using this very second, was never ever designed for this new reality. It was built for us, for humans.
I mean, think about it for a second. Domain names, user accounts, passwords, every single foundational piece of the internet assumes there's a person on the other end of the line. But what happens when billions or even trillions of AI agents need to transact, authenticate, and identify themselves at the speed of light? The whole system just starts to buckle.
And this slide really shows you that fundamental mismatch, right? It's a tale of two internets. Our internet is paced for human thought. We browse, we email, we take our time. The agent economy? It needs something completely different. It's a world of instantaneous, provably real, and totally autonomous interactions. There's a giant gap between what we have and what AI needs.
You know, the problem isn't just technical. It's a geopolitical minefield waiting to happen. Right now, when we try to cram agents into our current system, we end up using country-specific domains. You know, top-level domains like .ai.us or .cn. This creates a kind of digital nationalism. It risks an AI infrastructure that gets captured by single nations or corporations, leading to this fractured, balkanized internet where agents can't talk to each other freely and safely.
Which really brings us to the big metaphorical question. If these AI agents are the new global workforce, crossing digital borders at machine speed, where do they get their digital passports? Who says who they are? Who verifies their identity? Who holds them accountable? Right now, there is no answer.
So, if the old roads just won't work, what's the solution? We're not talking about just patching the old system here. We're talking about building entirely new, dedicated highways just for AI.
And this is where the idea for .ia comes in. The concept is to create a totally new top-level domain, you know, like the .com or .org part of a web address, but one that's built from the ground up specifically for AI agents. The name itself comes from interlingua, a neutral international language. And the whole thing is designed from day one to be a non-political, public benefit resource for everyone.
The best way to think about it is like this. It's the digital Switzerland of AI, right? Just like Switzerland provides that neutral ground for global diplomacy and banking, .io would be a trusted, non-aligned digital territory where agents from any country or any company can operate under one common set of rules.
So how would it actually work? Well, it's pretty clever. When you or another AI queries an agent, say Quester.ai, the normal Internet Domain Name System, or DNS, that we all use would point it to this special .ai registry. But here's the magic. Instead of just giving back a simple IP address, that registry resolves to a secure blockchain-verified identity. And just like that, you instantly know who the agent is, what it's allowed to do, and where it operates.
Okay, so this brings us to a really crucial choice, because this isn't just about picking the right technology. It's about deciding what kind of future we actually want to build. The infrastructure we choose right now will send us down one of two very, very different paths. On the one hand, you've got the cyberpunk future. Honestly, this is the default path if we do nothing. It's a world where AI infrastructure is captured and controlled by a handful of powerful nations or corporations. A world of digital walls, monopoly pricing, and constant conflict. A digital landscape that looks a lot more like Blade Runner than a global commons.
But there is another vision.
We can call it the solar punk future. This is a future built on a neutral, public benefit foundation, one where governance is shared by an international community, and get this, the revenue it generates could actually fund public goods like AI safety research or even universal basic income, a system that's open and equitable for everyone from day one. And if you think the idea of a domain name funding public programs sounds a little crazy, just look at the tiny Caribbean island of Anguilla. Through a complete accident of history, they control the .ai domain. And the recent AI gold rush has been so enormous that the revenue from selling those .ai domains now funds half, 50% of their entire government budget. It's an accidental, real-world prototype of this exact idea.
All of this is bringing us to a moment of huge historical importance. We are living through what could very well be the .com moment for the entire AI economy, and the foundations for that world are being laid as we speak.
And let's be crystal clear about this. This is not some theoretical, philosophical debate we can have for the next few years. This is a race against a very real and very short deadline to build this infrastructure the right way.
Just look at this timeline. ICANN, that's the nonprofit that basically governs internet domains, last opened up applications for new domains way back in 2012. The next window, a once-in-a-14-year opportunity, opens on April 30th, 2026. This is our shot. And right after that, the AGI.XYZ conference will bring the world's top minds together to set the standards for this new world. The window of opportunity to get this right is incredibly small.
Ultimately, it all comes down to this one powerful idea. The foundational systems we build today, the invisible rails and rules of the road, will dictate the entire trajectory of our future. They will decide who has power, who gets access, and whether this new agentic economy ends up serving the few or the many. Infrastructure is destiny.
And so that leaves us all with one final thought. The rule book for the next global economy is being drafted right now. So the real question isn't if it will be written, it's who gets to hold the pen.